Hello everybody, Prowl here, and a new video just dropped, and I wanted to take a look at this with you guys. I did watch through it once. I watched through it live on stream. It came out when I was streaming, but I wanted to watch through it again and watch through it a little bit slower, just kind of pause at some certain parts and see some certain things. This is a video showcasing PvP in Hytale in terms of where it's at this point. And I think actually before we start watching the video, I'm going to pull up a little thing that Simon posted here on Twitter that'll give a little bit of context about the state of PvP right now. But I thought it was really interesting because this is definitely going to be more important for PvP, but obviously anything that occurs in the world of PvP also affects just like normal PvE content as well. So when you're fighting mobs in a structure, when you're fighting bosses, when you're maybe playing different mods that maybe have even harder and more engaging PvE experiences. And although I'm not a huge PvPer myself, I do plan on getting involved more into the PvP side of things with Hytale and playing on some PvP servers for fun and such. I'll probably never go like hardcore fully into it, but it'll be something fun that I kind of mix into my routine of a variety of different things that I plan on doing in Hytale. First though, here is the post from Simon. He said, here are some of my notes. We are missing knockback, player and NPC collision, and other core features. You can adjust field of view. Lots of weapons are OP with mobility, but it's fine and fun for early access. So they'll probably do some balance changes to some of that stuff. None of the weapons are balanced yet, obviously. Player health bars can be turned off client side. We will add an option for servers to force them off as well. I think that's good. Players' health bars are rendering incorrectly and will be fixed after launch. They don't scale properly and appear too far away. They need a complete rework. They don't look great, and they should be more minimalist. Okay, I like that. Combat might feel a bit floaty at times, but it's getting better as we progress. Controls are feeling good though. Blocking mechanisms are not done yet. You can block a full signature hit with low stamina with daggers. Yeah, so that's like, that makes a lot of sense that you wouldn't want to be able to do that. And it definitely makes the daggers really strong. And the list goes on and on. Told you guys this is early access. However, we are aware and we'll fix it all over time. Give us a couple of months and you will get some very good PvP in Hytale. We love playing the game and we'll keep it for years to come. Very good. So a lot of interesting things are going to be happening with PvP. Also, there was another thing from Simon. Let me find it. Okay, and here is the other one. Mostly this one I want to read. Note that we didn't use potions, food, traps, totems, blocks, or magic. We're really just testing the fundamentals and getting a feel for the core combat. We'll add many more features and work closely with PvPers to ensure combat feels right and continues to improve over the years. We aim to bring a range of PvP minigames and support the community in creating their own PvP content. So I thought that this was a really important note to kind of throw into context before we watch, because some of you guys watching may be a lot more seasoned PvPers than I am. So there's probably going to be things that I'm not going to see and pick up on that you do. And I thought it would be good for you to know this context as to why you don't see certain things happening yet. This is very raw, basic PvP combat. Okay, let's hop in. So first of all, we're in some type of like arena that they built here. This thing looks really cool, by the way. Like this area looks really, really cool. And we see Simon back here with an axe. And I think this one's just a 1v1. So you see crazy movement. Simon tries to do like a slam move down with his axe. And it looks like he was able to turn in midair, but he did miss the attack. And the person that we're watching here, I can't remember who it is. We'll see their name pop up in a second. They are using the daggers right now. You can kind of see at the bottom of the screen. Oh no, they're using a sword right now, but they have a hotbar full of different weapons here that they can like quickly swap between. So you see that, I think that attack got blocked. And also try to pay attention to the stamina bar down bottom, because when they run out of stamina, they can't block anymore. But what Simon was saying earlier was, man, this combat is crazy. What Simon was saying earlier was about, here, I'm going to switch to a different media player for this because I don't like that it blocks that whenever I pause to talk. Okay, this is better. So now it won't block the screen. Okay, so like I said, like pay attention to the stamina bar. I've talked to Simon about this before. One of their later on goals is to have different weapons or shields that you block with take different amounts of stamina from you. That way you can't just infinitely block. And blocking with something like daggers, or parrying, I guess, with something like a dagger, is probably going to take a big chunk of stamina away. Whereas blocking with a shield that's meant to block will take a lot less stamina away. This will reward more defensive setups because they could block more, and will give you a drawback to faster attacking smaller weapons that can overwhelm a player really quick because they're not going to be able to block attacks anywhere near as often. And then also bigger attacks will cost more stamina to block than smaller, like slashes and attacks will. So all of that stuff's going to kind of add together to make PvP a lot more dynamic in the future. Also pay attention to the time to kill. Like it's fairly slow-ish, which I like. Whoa, what was that? He did like this cool, like, watch him. So he's doing, I'm guessing, like, you see, we've gone over this before, but I'll bring it up again. So you only have like one, you have your left click to attack, your right click to block. And then if you do enough attacks, it will charge up your like special attack right here. And then you can use that. But what you'll also see throughout the video here is you can charge up your left click attack. At least that's what I'm pretty sure is happening. So if you like hold down your left click, different weapons will have different charged up attacks. And I'm not quite sure what those different attacks are. We'll kind of see them, but I think like with the daggers, it makes you do this like diving lunge. And with other weapons, it'll do different things. But if you see right here, he's about to do this big like teleport up attack. That was really cool. Here it comes. Oh, that is sick. So look, he used that as movement. Oh, and there's bunny hop tech too. So like when you get momentum going forward, you can kind of bee hop some of it and carry some of that forward momentum with you, which is really neat. And like Simon said, there's no knockback yet. So fighting in an area like what you just watched right there, if you have a weapon that has some kind of knockback to it, would be kind of crazy dangerous. I hope that the knockback's not too crazy. It should probably be pretty small. That way you're not just like throwing people all over the place, but maybe certain weapons and hits and stuff will have like a larger knockback effect. Some shooting. So see right now you're getting the health bars on the screen. There's no damage numbers on the screen yet, but they do appear later. And Zum was the other person he was fighting, I believe, earlier. So they're still doing a 1v1. Aggroed a mob there. Now we have a 1v1v1. Simon switching to third person Jesus. There. And you will hear they have a little bit of commentary. I don't know if they accidentally left it on, but they had some of their commentary recorded. So sword and shield, swap into a bow. No crossbow in here, interestingly enough. So here's like the really fast like attacks from the dagger.
I'm so glad I got that. That was so good.
You know what to do. No.
He's not getting away.
Oh, I'll get dodged.
So look. So was that a charged attack or was that his special? Well, let's watch. No, so he's charging up an attack here. I'm guessing holding the left click button. And then watch the stamina drain on this.
Oh, I'll get dodged.
Wait. Yeah, right there. So he charged it up by holding the button, I believe. And that made him do this big lunge attack, but it took a big chunk of stamina out. And stamina, I'm going to throw this out there too. I'm sorry to keep pausing it. Stamina is also tied to your ability to sprint too. So stamina is a pretty valuable resource when you are in combat like this in PvP. So you're going to want to manage it properly. doing a big stamina spend and not getting value out of it is probably going to be something that's going to lose you a fight.
No.
You'll see here though, the standard left click attacks, they don't cost stamina. It's the charged attacks that do, sprinting that does, and I don't know if the Q ability, the special attack, does or not.
Yeah, I'm using the bunny hop escape. No.
Oh wait. So hold on. So he's doing a hold on, I wanted to see that again.
No!
He jumped and then used the weapon, and I gave him some movement forward. I didn't see if that cost him stamina though. I didn't. I don't know. It doesn't look like it does. The standard jump doesn't, but the charged one does.
Yeah, I'm using
I can't
the
tell
bunny
for
hop
sure.
escape. No.
So where'd my shield go?
This looks really cool. See, look, see, he's bunny hopping even with that.
Your base.
Not just the daggers.
Thank you.
Still no damage numbers showing up yet. I like the idea of damage numbers though. Some people don't like them.
Never mind.
And I think that's fine. I think it'll be, obviously it's like an on-off thing that you can do. Oh wow, that was a big hit. That took a huge chunk of health away. And to the best of my, so you'll see them at different times. Like some of them are using different gear. To my knowledge, there are several different top tiers of gear that are roughly equivalent in terms of how powerful they are, but they like have different effects or statuses or something that they do. And I think that'll probably change and expand later on. But I just wanted you to know the different color weapons that you see them use, they're not just different colors. They're actually different, made out of different materials. And they, at least if not now, will in the future have different things that they do or different benefits that they'll have in combat.
Oh yeah, our gear is just broken.
But man, this combat looks so fun. I can't wait to hop in to do this. I never really cared about combat in Minecraft, which is the main game that I've played a lot, because it wasn't really very interesting. But I do like PvP personally. I'm a PvP enjoyer. So seeing combat being dynamic like this will probably make me want to engage with PvP. Although I know I'm just going to get curb stomped by a lot of people that like that's all they do and they get really good at it. It'll still be fun regardless.
Yeah,
Look at him run.
Broken. Before it was broken. The TTK is actually pretty decent right now.
Yeah, so you heard their comment. They think that the TTK time to kill is pretty decent. I agree. It's not so long to where you're like, oh my God, like, am I ever going to kill this guy? But it's not so fast to where you don't feel like you can't react to something, or maybe you start out a fight losing, but you can like strategically come back. I feel like it's in a decent place right now. Like he just like 4 hits there just killed him. He hit all of those big hits. Oh man, those are some big hits. This is so cool. Oh, is this where the damage numbers are? Oh, yeah. So that's a charged shot, and it only did 20 damage, but it shoots 3 arrows. So I don't know if all 3 arrows just didn't hit and maybe only 1 did, because you're going to see a regular shot here in a second does like 24 damage. So I think the charged shot, it does, with this particular bow and gear and stuff they have on, it would maybe do 20 damage up to 3 times if you hit all arrows, but a single arrow just by itself is doing 26 damage. I think he just parried that. Big hit. The hammer looks really cool. Look at that big jump. Dude, the movement with these weapons is really cool. Also, if you think about this too, not something I thought about fully, but with how a lot of the big hits on these weapons work, you could use that not just for the big hits, but for movement too. So here, let me see if I can spot it really quick. They're fighting beside this like big, this like little like archway, like this thing right here. So you could potentially, if you wanted to, you could use your kind of big hit or whatever that he did. Maybe it was his Q right here that he did. It got him a lot of height. You could probably use that to like get up high really fast and then swap to something like your bow to start shooting because you have the high ground. And then that person is going to have to invest their special move or something to get up to you. And then you have an advantage because you're holding the high ground. Little stuff like that, I think, is going to be really big. I think he just killed him there with that hit. Oh, I think he blocked that. These daggers are really fun. I tend to like faster attacking weapons, so the daggers might be something I use, but I don't know. We'll have to see. So look, he's using the movement and the B-hop to get away. Did you see that? Oh, but they chased him. Look, he used it again. Yeah, he got away. Now he's being chased down, so he's probably still gonna die here. But like that's really cool because the way that the food works in the game is you can like eat a piece of food and it's going to slowly regen your health over a certain amount of time. And I'm sure that'll vary depending on what food you eat. And we don't quite know how potions are going to work yet, if they're going to be just a one-time instant regen or if they're going to be a faster regen over time. But having this type of movement is going to be really interesting strategically because you could do that movement, eat a piece of food, and then try to keep your distance for a little bit, maybe try to range attack or something for a bit, and then you're regenerating health while the person's coming after you, and you're able to put damage on them range wise while they still try to close that gap to you. Also, I can see this bringing in strategy for like trying to like bait out your opponent to drain their stamina, or you just notice that they just drained it, and then you could use your stamina to get away at that point and regen some health. That got blocked. That big hit was blocked completely. This looks really fun. I feel like I could do this for a long time. Look at that. Nope, couldn't get away. Oh yeah, he's dead. He doesn't even know it yet. Haha. Oh, did he get him? Nope, he didn't kill him there. I don't think he did. Yeah, he did. Yep, Simon's back at full health now, I think. Oh, and then this was something they show at the end here. So he's going to pull out a rifle. I don't know. In the past, we've seen like modded stuff that's modded in be like the tile be colored differently, and this isn't. But I'm pretty sure this is not vanilla. Now, I think you may have some type of gun in the game that is vanilla, like a musket type gun, something that shoots a lot slower. But I believe this is just Simon, or in this case, Zum, is showcasing what this gun is able to do in like a modded environment. And for those of you that either like to make mods or play mods, it's kind of interesting to know that stuff like this is possible because you don't have to stay within the confines of a medieval magical fantasy type setting for these mods that you make or play. You're going to have shooter type mods be available, which I'm super interested in. I think it's gonna be really fun. But here, you guys can watch this part really quick. That was so funny. Oh wow. Yeah, obviously that's not gonna be a vanilla thing. But anyways, this video was super interesting. Let me know down below what you guys think. Like, are you? I kind of want to get a gauge for you guys as an audience. Do you like PvP a lot, or do you not? Do you not care about it? Do you like the combat, how it relates to PvE, or not? Do you not care about it? If you do like PvP a lot, and you're a big PvP person, what things did you notice here that maybe somebody like myself, who isn't like a crazy PvPer, like what did you see? What were some interesting things you saw? Some things you would like to see changed or things that you liked a lot about it? If you enjoyed this video, please do me a favor, drop me a like to let me and YouTube know that you liked the video. Subscribe to the channel for more really good Hytale content. I'm going to be doing it a lot. Also, make sure you follow me on Twitch because we're going to be streaming Hytale live every day for probably 8, 10, 12 hours a day after it releases here on the YouTube channel and on Twitch. So make sure you do that. And make sure you use code PROWL8413 whenever you purchase Hytale or anything in game for Hytale where you're allowed to use your code. It does help support the channel and supports me making more Hytale content. Thanks for watching, guys. I do appreciate you, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.